Here's your host, Alex Garrett.
Well, would you believe it? Here I am in the flesh. It is a video / podcast simulcast, and I hope you're having a really, really good day so far. It's another day in quarantine, so I hope you're trying to stay sane. I hope you are going out for walks, because that's what Mayor de Blasio does. But yes, today is going to be a cool day because I've got some footage I want to show you from ESPN, and also that I truly believe it is really time to start looking for him being God. And I say that because over the last few days, if you haven't been following my Facebook, you should. Over the last few days, I've been posting a message and a gospel passage from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 12. And if you don't mind, I'm going to share it with you right now. And he said to his disciples, "Therefore I tell you, do not be anxious about your life, what you will eat, nor about your body, what you will put on, or what you will put on. For life is more than food, and the body more than clothing." So this is life right now. This is preserving life, right? This is staying inside, preserving life. Staying in force, as I've been saying. But the idea of not being anxious, I sometimes get myself rattled up, wondering if time's going to start slipping away even quicker. But then I look to this passage, Luke chapter 12, 22 through 23, and I say, you know what? Okay, God, I will not be anxious. And so I wanted to share that wisdom on my Facebook page and on my Instagram, and now here on my podcast / videocast. And then it excited me because maybe talking about a positive message will create positive things. Did you know, for example, that Major League Baseball is seriously considering, here's a statement from Major League Baseball, seriously considering playing games in May, according to ESPN's Jeff Passan. You can read it there, but basically what they want to do is they would love to have games played in May. In fact, so much so played in the minor league facilities. And look, if you do that, as a friend of mine mentioned, you would have hundreds of homers hit because these spring training facilities in Arizona are quite small. I mean, they are spring training minor league ballparks. They're not major league 55,000 seat stadiums. So if they do this, it'll be very intriguing. But what I thought was interesting was that there would be a report to Arizona in May for a 2 to 3 week training camp. Of course, the guidelines have been extended to April 30th. So this is the federal guidelines. They're trying to say, well, after that, maybe we can start playing baseball. But here's the creative rule changes they're trying to do in order to promote social distancing and prevent an outbreak within the players. They would have all these teams isolated in hotels. And then, while at these games, there would be empty seats, no fans, just the players. And there would be no mound visits, an electronic strike zone, and players sit empty in the stands instead of the dugout. Look, however they do it, I'm sure people would love to see new games. I mean, it's great. Major League Baseball has been putting on, the games from yesteryear. And I really hope, by the way, that they end up playing this because, in 2007, on this day, so 13 years ago, Alex Rodriguez did this.
A 1-2. Driven deep to center field. Going back, Patterson. Still back. See ya! A game-winning walk-off grand slam for Alex Rodriguez. And for one Saturday afternoon here in the Bronx, A-Rod answers the critics with a huge grand slam to win the game for the Yankees.
Oh, and that was Michael Kay on the call, by the way. So, very cool that Alex Rodriguez on this day in 2007 hit a grand slam against the Baltimore Orioles. By the way, if the Yanks were playing today, they'd have a home set against the Orioles which would have started yesterday. So kind of interesting. But yes, 13 years ago, Alex Rodriguez doing a number in the Grand Slam. He had about 14, 15 homers that April, actually, if you think about it. So with all that being said, I really hope that maybe putting out the message of not being anxious, maybe putting out the Lord's message of not being anxious, can will us towards some open and easing restrictions. Gradual easing. It should not happen right away. But at least for now, there's rumbles, there's talks, and Major League Baseball is seriously hoping to get this game back in action. Now, sticking with sports, and I play this on my Saturday extra feature if you want to listen to Garrett Extras on Spreaker.com. But I had thought to play you this one more time, just one more time, because it was so moving to me how Jeremy Schaap said, yes, yes, we are truly, we are truly humans. And here really is who we should be cheering and why we should be cheering for them right now. Take a look at ESPN's presentation, Why We Cheer.
In sports, the cheering never stops. For big plays, for great performances.
Burrow's launching for the end zone. Jump ball, touchdown. The return to glory.
The athletes who fill our hearts with joy and pride. We celebrate their deeds.
And it's hit deep to left center. This one has a chance. Home run, Mike Piazza.
And their careers.
The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles, 2010.
This is how we express our gratitude, our appreciation. But now, with sports at a standstill, there is still cheering, and there are still applause. All across the planet, wherever people are suffering, they're cheering, but not in stadiums, not in arenas, not in bars packed with fans, but here. And here. They're cheering for those on the front lines of the pandemic. Doctors, the nurses, the EMTs, the janitors. They're cheering.
Brooklyn's representing.
From New York to Atlanta, from Spain to India to Singapore. No cheers have ever been more well-deserved or more heartfelt.
Thank you, healthcare workers.
What do real heroes look like? They look like this. Not only saving lives, but in the process, risking their own. Risking everything in the face of so much danger and uncertainty. Our sports heroes enrich our lives. These heroes are saving them. These are the heroes we need. This is why we cheer.
So thank you. Oh, there we go. Thank you to Jeremy Schaap and ESPN for creating that feature to tell us that yes, there is a human side to sports, but also yes, there is a way we can get through this together. We deserve to cheer the healthcare workers, the doctors, the nurses on the front line, protecting those who are sick, working on those who are sick. And I believe God ultimately is protecting us all through this devastating time. As Tiny Tim observes, each and every Christmas, God bless us, everyone. I'm Alexander Garrett. Have a blessed rest of your Tuesday, and stay tuned for more on this YouTube channel. Subscribe, or on Spreaker.com or wherever you may listen to this podcast. Thanks for joining me today.